Hi, this is Brent again from Motion. Today we're going to install the Can-Am X3 front bumper. This is the hardware that'll come with the kit. You're going to get two M6 nuts, two 3/8/16 bolts, and the Fairlead that you choose. Today we're going to install the winch block-off plate since we're not going to be putting a winch on this machine. The tools you'll need is a T30 Torx bit, 5/16 hex bit, an 8mm, a 10mm, and an 18mm socket, a ratchet, an extension, a 10mm wrench, an 18mm wrench, and a pry tool for panels, because we'll have to pop a few panels off. And don't forget your jack with a block. Let's get started. First, we're going to start by removing the body panels. You'll need your T30 Torx. If you have a T30 Torx, you could pretty much take the whole car apart because they're all the same. We're going to be taking off a bolt here, here. There's one hidden under here. Oh, there's also one here and here. This one has a nut on the back side, so you'll need your 10mm wrench. There's also one right here. This bolt is hidden behind the gas cover. Next, we're going to use our little pry tool to remove this cover. Sometimes they come off pretty hard. Take the cover off. And there's two more screws, T30s, that you got to remove right there. Next, we need to unplug the headlights and these other lights. There's a connector on the back of the headlight. Should be able to just pop off. There's also a connector right here by the radiator. Finger behind that, pop that off, and it's the same on the other side. We're gonna remove the screw that holds the headlight adjuster. It's the bottom screw. You'll need your 8mm, and then pull the headlight back out of the socket. Then we can pull all the front plastic off. There is a clip that holds the plastic underneath here. Just flip the top up a little bit. Get it around the shock tower. And there it comes. Next, you're gonna need our 10mm end wrench and socket. And we're gonna take these four radiator bolts out. A little tip. There's these little spacers that will fly all over the place, drop down in there. Make sure you keep an eye on those. Make sure you pull them off the back side because they will fall off. And we'll take the bottom one loose. So the next thing we need to do is make sure the radiator's loose. You might have to pop the hoses off their plastic clamps back here just so that you can have a little bit of movement. We're going to be removing this nut over here, and these two nuts down here, and take this front bumper off. And for that, you'll need an 18mm socket. The bottom ones, you won't need a wrench on the back side, but the top ones you will. You got wrench and socket. Do an extension. And from the factory, these are really tight. So when you go to install them, make sure you follow the manufacturer's torque spec, or just get them really tight. So the easiest way is to go from the back side the opposite way. It's the only way the wrench will really fit. You just gotta kind of feel it. I recommend just cracking these loose for now, and we'll put the jack under the front end to support the suspension. These bottom ones are pretty easy. You can go right through these holes they put in the bumper. And you don't need a wrench on the back side. Crack these loose, and then we'll need the jack. And the reason that you need a block or something under there is because these machines have a lot of suspension travel. Most of the time your jack won't go high enough to take the pressure off the front suspension. You want to jack it up until the front wheels just come off the ground, and then slowly let it down until they just barely have pressure. Then this will all be loose. And finish taking off these bottom nuts. Finish this radiator up. Front bumper is off. Let's compare this front bumper to the one that we make. As you can see, our bumper has the same exact mounting locations, bottom slotted just like the factories. We do have these holes drilled and tapped right here so you can clamp your winch wires to it if you decide to route them around this way. In the kit, we'll also send, if you get the winch set up, a set of clamps for here for your cables. On the front, where the factory plastic mounts and the radiator mounts, we have these tabs. So this will hold your radiator, this will hold your body panels. We have this strap on top here in case you want to add some lights. You mount your Fairlead with the 2 supplied bolts, whichever one you pick. On top here, these are where your winch bolts on. You can either slide your winch in now, which might make it a little hard to get these bottom bolts in for your suspension, or you can wait till later. I prefer to wait till later. Overall, you can see that this is much thicker and stronger than this stuff that's made out of a pop can, which would crush instantly. And obviously this has no bracing for your front suspension. We'll just throw this in the scrap bin. To get this on, you might want to have a friend help you hold this radiator up. It is a little tricky, but it's doable. Pull this up. Get your top bolts started first and swing it down, and the bottom should fall right into place. Take your nuts. And what's nice about this is you can reuse the factory hardware. Some other kits are thicker and you have to pull out the front diff and replace the front bolts. Try to avoid that to make your life easier. All right, now while you have the radiator loose, if you want to, you can pull this back out of the way and see how a lot of mud and stuff gets stuck in here. It gets pretty nasty if you do anything in the mud. You can hose this out or power wash it. I think, yeah, perfect. All right, let's tighten it back up. We have slots in the front of the bumper so you can put your ratchet right through. Put the wrench in from the opposite side. Tighten it up until your C7 pops, and then it's tight. That ain't going anywhere. All right, now we're gonna need our 10 millimeter socket, ratchet set up again, and 10 millimeter wrench, and we're gonna put the radiator back in. It just sits back down where it used to be, except for now it mounts onto the back side of the bumper down below. Don't forget to put in these little spacers that fly everywhere. Spacer on the front, put our bolt through. Then use the factory hardware again on the bottom, bolt through. This isn't the factory nut, but you'll have the factory nut. And you just tighten everything back up. Now we're ready to put the body panel back on. Carefully tuck it down over the radiator. Push it down around there. Make sure that this tab goes in between these two parts, on both sides. And then on your light socket, that part we pulled out, make sure it pushes back into the original socket. And then the only part different than the way we took it off is you'll take your 2 M6 nuts, 2 of the Torx bolts, and your body panel will bolt back on the original spot, and you put the nut on the back side. Other than that, tighten up all your screws just like we took them off in the beginning of the video. Put your lid back on. Drop the car down. The last part we'll need to install is the Fairlead or the Fairlead block-off plate. We're putting the block-off plate on this one. We've got the 2 supplied bolts in our block-off plate. You'll need a 5/16 hex bit or Allen key, and drop the bolts in the plate. Get it lined up with the weld nuts. Don't have to get crazy with tightening them, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, subscribe. We're looking for more ideas on side-by-side parts to make, so if you put them down in the comments, we'd really appreciate it. It gives us new ideas. We'll see you in the next video.